real name is K-R-S-N, Krishna, not Krishna. So remember that. And Krishna means what you already know, which is everything. Krishna is not a name of somebody. Krishna is not a picture that you see of Krishna. The picture is not Krishna. The statue is not Krishna. What you already know is Krishna, and you know everything without thinking about it. That is Krishna. So, now we come to the character of Krishna, the story of Krishna. So, when Krishna was growing up as a kid, in his village, come sit here. He had lots of friends, right? Sit on the rug. He had a lot of friends, you know that. Krishna had a lot of friends. They used to spend daytime with the animals, and Krishna used to do a lot of miracles, magic, and he destroyed some bad demons. He was a very interesting. Why Krishna, the person, listen, listen. Why Krishna, somebody, the person Krishna, is the most complete person. There is nothing in this world that he did not do. He had all the qualities possible in anybody, in the person. Okay? He was the greatest friend. He was the greatest warrior. He was the greatest protector. He was the greatest, making a plan. He was the greatest advisor. He was the greatest son. He was the greatest, all that great. Okay? Everybody else is strong in something but weak in something. Okay? So, when Krishna was growing up, he had lots of friends. And when he became an adult, he started doing other things. The friends went to other places. So one of his friends, he left, and he was very, very poor. Do you know that the name of that friend who was very, very poor? He was Krishna's very dear friend.
Yeah.
His name was Sudama. His name was Sudama. So after many years passed, okay, listen. After many years passed, Sudama used to live in a very small hut. He didn't have enough of anything. His wife said, "Look, we are suffering. You have a dear close friend, Krishna. He is now a king. He has everything possible. Why don't you go to him to ask for help?" He said, "No, I don't feel like going to ask for help. We can somehow manage, we can survive." She said, "No, just try. Just go there to your friend and ask for help. Listen, and ask for help." He said, "Okay, but after so many years I'm going to him, I must take something for him. Present. I must take a present for him." Then his wife said, "But we have nothing. We have nothing that you can take to Krishna to give him a present." Then they were thinking what to do. Then they had an idea. His wife said, "Look, I got this little bit of rice. Uncooked rice, grains." So she made a little packet in a piece of cloth. She put this much rice and make a packet. Okay? So you take this to Krishna. He said, "Yeah, but he said, I don't feel good taking this little bit of uncooked rice. Listen. Uncooked rice to Krishna as present. He said, but because we need help, so let me go to my friends. Hello. I have a present for you before you leave. Okay? You sit here so that I can see everybody. Wonderful. Okay. So this is story about Krishna's friend. This is story about Krishna's friend Sudama. Okay? So he takes this much rice in a packet and he walks and go to Krishna. He go to Krishna by now is king. After Mahabharata war, he left and went to another part of India. Okay? Dwarka. So he goes there and he says, wow, this big beautiful palace. And all the guards at the palace stopped him. He said, who are you? What do you want to do? He said, Krishna is my dear friend. I came to see him. He said, okay, you wait. He goes to Krishna. He said, there is a guy, he looks very not clean, very dirty clothes, very poor, his hair is all over the place, everything like that. And he said, he is your friend. And his name is Sudama. Can I let him in? He said, of course, he is my dearest friend. Please bring him here. So Sudama walks, goes to Krishna. And Krishna hugs him, my dear friend, I missed you for so many years. Why did you come and see me? So they kind of talk about childhood. And then he's hiding that rice in the back. He's so embarrassed. He said, how can I give him this present? He's hiding it. So Krishna said, what are you hiding behind your back? He said, no, nothing. He said, no, there is something. Show me what it is. So he took out this. He said, what is this? He said, a little bit of rice. I brought this as a present for you. He said, it's so nice of you to do that. Let me have it. Please give it to me. He took it, he opened the bag, and he started eating uncooked rice. He said, it's so tasty. My dear friend has brought for me. Now tell me, how are you doing? What is your situation? How can I help you? So Sudama said, we became very poor and we don't have enough of anything. He said, okay, that's okay. When you go back, everything will be okay. He didn't give him anything. He said, when you go back, today, tomorrow, everything will be fine with you. So after a few days staying with Krishna, he went back and he said, this is magic. Where his little cottage was, it's like a big house. And the house has everything. And his wife came out. He said, what did you do? That suddenly everything changed and everything became so nice and beautiful and rich. Then he said, oh, this is what Krishna meant. He said, when you go back, everything will be okay. So he said, in his own heart, he said, thank you, my friend, for helping me. So this is the story of Krishna and Sudama. Now there is another story inside this story. When I was in 6th grade, in school, primary school, listen, we used to do a little stage play in school once a year. And that year, we said we will play Krishna Sudama on stage. They put a little stage and there were like 200 or 300 students in that school. So everybody came, all the teachers, and I was playing the role of Sudama. So I go there. This is something very funny that happened. Listen, Jay. Something very funny. I should listen carefully. You listen. Okay? So I go on stage, and the whole thing is done. Just one second, let me finish.
Okay.
Just wait, okay? So then I enter like a palace of Krishna. I'll enter the palace of Krishna, and I'm talking to Krishna, and I'm hiding my hand in the back like this. And Krishna says, "What are you hiding? What's in your..." This other boy who is playing Krishna, he said, "What are you hiding? What's in your hand in the back?" And I had forgotten to take the rice bag in my hand, and I'm hiding and say, "Oh my God," I'm thinking, I am in trouble. Everybody is watching, all the teachers, my principal and my students, younger students, older students, and I'm not taking out hand because there's nothing in my hand. I forgot to take the rice bag in my hand. And then I said, "Oh, nothing, nothing." And I keep saying nothing, and I'm not taking the hand out. And my teacher is looking, he said, give it the rice bag to him." I said, "I don't have it." Then I'm just doing, I'm trying to pass time. And then where I had forgotten rice, another kid in the back, he came on stage and give me the rice bag in my hand. He said, "Here is the rice bag." And everybody knew that I messed up the play, but everybody said, "Wow, you won the rice bag." And then that was the funny part of it.
So when he goes back to his house, Sudama and everything is there, how did that happen?
Oh, this was like power of intention. Krishna who knew everything. His intelligence knew how to rearrange, reorganize matter, how to change dust into rocks, how to change leaves into gold. Whatever he puts his mind to, it happens.
Excuse me?
Because he knows everything, how it happens. He can send his idea that this house must become something else. Inside the house, everything must become something different. And it became different. And it is possible to do. Anybody can do it if you really, really pay attention. And I'll give you just one example of how this can happen.
Excuse me?
When the sun is shining, listen, when the sun is shining, what happens on earth? Flowers bloom, trees grow, you get energy, right? But sun is not thinking that now I'm going to send energy to these little creatures living on earth. Sun, that is his nature. His nature is to give energy and heat and light.
Excuse me?
One second, to wait, I'm done, okay? Same way, he's not saying that this flower I'm not going to grow because this is ugly flower. This person is very good, so I'm going to give him more energy. He doesn't think that way, right? When the water is flowing, what does it do to plants? Plants grow with water, right? What happens to weed? You know what is weed? Weed are those kind of grass that destroy other plants. So people pull out the weeds to take it away. When the water flows, the weed also grows. Water is not thinking this is weed, this is bad for plants, so I don't want to make it grow. But if you put a channel, if you block the water flow here to the weed and to the plant will grow. Right? So same thing happens in your life. Where you pay attention, where you concentrate, that grows. Where you don't think about it, that disappears. So what you think, how you concentrate is very important. If you concentrate, you pay attention, that thing grows. If you pay attention on a question, you get the answer of the question. If you pay attention to all the wrong things grow in you. Alright? So always concentrate on the right things. So the right thing grows in you. Just like the water, sunlight, and air. Okay, what know a lot of funny things. You tell me what is that?
So all my friends, Andrew and Noah, I was like doing this.
That's a nice dance. Okay, good. Thank you.
No, it's a funny
Well
dance.
done. Okay. So you like this story?